Hi everyone, welcome back to the Pot Smucker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smucker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version of the Bible to put together the prophecy of Israel, which is the book of Zion. Now, the book of Zion is playing out as we speak. When I wrote the book, and when the Gray initiated the book 3,000 years ago, none of us knew exactly what scenario was going to play out. But we all pretty much knew what the pieces of the puzzle were going to look like. The Gray knew that humans, in their greed and in their short sightedness, would create a society that was based on greed, that they would take shortcuts, and that they would not look at the big picture or look ahead to see what the ramifications of their greed would be. So they were pretty sure that global warming was inevitable, which of course it was, because voila, we have it here. They also knew that because the society that we were creating would not be sustainable, that at some point it would begin to break down, which it is as we speak. And that too is the fault of the humans. It's the fault of the greedy politicians that are destroying this world through laws that make no sense, that protect the guilty and um, leave vulnerable the innocent. COVID 19, coronavirus, is the result of those pieces of the puzzle that were put into play by human greed. And now things are getting pretty bad. The government has allowed the $600 a week unemployment benefit to lapse. And the headlines are saying that people are about ready to start getting evicted if they're not already being evicted. Well, that of course has been going on for decades. That's what the homeless people are all about. And the number of homeless people are going to vastly increase over the next few months. And that is very sad. And it's a direct result of the government's inability to see beyond what's immediate and to see beyond greed. I'm advocating for all those people who are going to be homeless, who are going to be living on the streets out in tents. Come to Nebraska. Let's take a stand against all of the wrongs of this society, beginning with the use of money. Money cannot solve your problem. It created it. Money is what's getting you evicted. The government has not cared for humanity since the Depression. We got out of the Depression, and immediately the war on drugs started, which created the oppression that put the police in the position to think that they had the right to kill us for any perceived offense. That is a direct result of the war on drugs. And the takeover of the takeover of America by the corporate entity, as we know it, began with the war on drugs, when Dow Chemical bought the prohibition of hemp through the prohibition of marijuana, which created my people. Now my people are the ones that are going to be out on the streets, living in tents. Well, you have two choices, people. You can live in tents in the cities and be suffocated to death and get absolutely nowhere with Trump or Biden or any other politician who's backed by money. Or we can do it another way. You can come to Nebraska. York, Nebraska is where we'll start because that's where I am. It's the crossroads of America. If you're going east and west, go on Interstate 80. If you're going north and south, go to Highway 81 or, what is it? Oklahoma City, north to Wichita. Can't forget what, I-35. Okay, so come to Nebraska. If you're gonna camp out, the air is cleaner. The water is less polluted. We have an aquifer underneath us so we can pump up all the water we need. This is where all the beef is. This is where the chickens are. This is where the pigs are. Your food source is right here. Okay, so your food is here, your water is here, your air is here. Everything you need is right here. Now, you can try to survive in the cities, but it's not going to happen. COVID-19 is going to kill you. The air you're breathing is killing you. Trump is going to start killing you if you don't get off the streets. But now you have no place to go because you're going to be evicted. Come to York, Nebraska. Let's take a stand against this stupid money-making corporations of America. You're not working, so you have no incentive to go back to work. You have no place to live. If you have no place to live, they're not going to give you a job because you're homeless. So you've got nothing, and you've got nowhere to turn, except for to turn to each other. And that's what I'm advocating. So come to York, Nebraska. Let's all go camping. If too many of you come to, who cares? Because obviously the government doesn't care. So, I care. I care, and my friends, the Gray, care. If you come to Nebraska and take a stand with me, we can make real change happen. Not by force and not by politics, but by mutual cooperation. We can do together what the government refuses to do alone. We can band together, pool what little resources we have, use those things which the good earth gave us, and Minecraft our way out of this mess. Out west, on the edge of the aquifer, there's good, fertile, open ground. Now, I'm sure somebody owns it, but they're not using it. And if they're not using it, what right do they have to claim it? It belongs to everyone. It should, anyway. So, I propose that we go camping. Take all your families, take all your friends, pack them up, and come to Nebraska. When there's too many of us in this area and they kick us out, we'll go out west. We'll go camping. We'll quarantine ourselves in our little campgrounds. We'll build ourselves shelters from the storm, from the heat. We'll isolate ourselves until the pandemic eases. Give it 12 weeks. By then, we can have a crop growing in the ground so that we have food to eat this fall. And if we refuse to go back to work, the corporations will all collapse. When the corporations collapse, American politics will cease to be bought by them. And then we can create a new, better America. I call it Zion because it doesn't use democracy. To me, democracy is nothing more than a rich man's popularity contest. There's no qualifications for holding office in this country except for having the money to advertise yourself and to becoming the most popular. He who lies the best wins in America, in politics. He who lines his pockets the deepest with corporate money wins in corporate America. I don't want to live in corporate America anymore. I want to live in an America that's free. But I don't want to live under a democracy where we play Russian roulette every 4 years, wondering, is this guy for real? Is he pulling our leg? Is he going to try to take us over like Trump is? Or is he just stupid? And who are we going to get 4 years from now? That's no way to run a government, people. We need competent, qualified people to run our government. And we need those people to remain in office for as long as their competency lasts. So, come on, be real. Is America working for you? When you have no alternative but to live in a tent or to live in your car, come to Nebraska. I don't have any money to offer you because, believe me, I'm as poor as the rest of you. More poor. Okay, last year I was the poorest of the poor. This year I'm actually working, so I'm better off than most. I can't offer you much, but the way to bring God to earth, the gray. If we go camping all together and we call to them, agreeing to live by their rules, because their rules are better than ours, they'll come and help us. They've been preparing for this moment for decades. They have the means to feed us if they have to. They have the means to shelter us if they must. And they have the means to stop those who are trying to destroy us. All we have to do is call upon them, and they will come to our aid. And all we have to do that is go camping. So, when you get that eviction notice and you're wondering where you're going to turn to Zion. It'll be hard work. It won't be easy. You're going to have to go without a lot of stuff that you're used to, but you're facing that anyway, aren't you? I didn't make this mess, but I have a solution for it. And the one thing that it doesn't require is the one thing you no longer have. Money. So, let's go camping. I bet you there's nothing out west in the state of Nebraska that this good earth cannot provide us with. Now, it's not going to be easy. There are dangers. But look at the dangers you're already facing. I can't buy you food. But if we pull our resources together, we can buy enough seeds to plant food so that 3 months from now, we'll have all the food we need. That I can give you. We'll take what little we have, we'll put it together, and we'll make it work. So may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Be happy, people. Find your joy, pursue your joy, and make that your livelihood. Come to Zion. I love you. Later, because I'll never say goodbye.